La corner. Back! Back!
The signs are becoming increasingly clear. Manny Pacquiao should reconsider taking his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios. Earlier today, he sustained an injury during training, raising serious concerns. Since resuming his training this week, footage of Pacquiao has sparked a variety of reactions. However, this latest injury may prompt many of his supporters to change their tune and urge him to step back from the bout.
Champions on Boots' radar. I mean, I still think it's bizarre that Manny Pacquiao's fighting for a world title 5 years out of the ring and just not anywhere near at world level anymore. But that's boxing and it's the business and we understand it. I think for Boots, like we talked about fighters that have one legacy, all he wants to do is fight the champions. And I think physically it would be more beneficial for him to move to 154. But he just, he's world champion at 47. So whilst
Manny Pacquiao appeared to show early signs of fatigue in recent training footage, and things took a turn for the worse when he suffered a shoulder injury while working the punching bag and mitts. Reports suggest that Pacquiao has been managing this injury for nearly a decade, dating back to his fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. At the time, he revealed he had sprained his shoulder just 2 weeks before the bout, an issue that severely hampered his punching output during the fight.
In every training that you have, it will come back, the pain.
So against Floyd in the ring that night, did you feel handicapped where you couldn't throw with that hand?
I feel like, disappointed in myself because when I'm throwing punches in the 4th round, because he's leaning on the rope and attacking him, starting my pressure to him. But I feel like when I throw my hands, I feel like I cut my hands. I feel like...
Unfortunately, the same lingering injury resurfaced as Pacquiao struck the punching bag, this time with a sharp pain that made him cry out. He was immediately attended to by the on-site medical team, who took swift precautions to ease the discomfort. A bandage was wrapped around his injured arm, and despite the setback, Pacquiao remained optimistic. He assured fans that the injury wouldn't affect the upcoming fight and expressed confidence that he'd recover in just a matter of days or weeks. "My injury is not serious. I will get well and return to the ring soon. July 19th is still the date. Guys," Pacquiao said, determined to hit the gym again and regain his full strength. Shortly before his injury, Manny Pacquiao hinted at a return to the spotlight with a 38-second video showing him training with intensity. Dressed in simple sportswear, the Filipino icon unleashed rapid-fire combinations on the punching bag, reminiscent of the drive that made him an 8-division world champion. The footage, shared by Boxing Kingdom, was captioned simply, "The legend is back." Now 46 and nearly 4 years removed from the ring, Pacquiao is set to face WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios on July 19th in Las Vegas. The matchup pits two very different fighters, Pacquiao, the seasoned veteran, and Barrios, 16 years younger, and riding a strong winning streak built on relentless pressure and a sharp jab. This fight isn't just a comeback, it's a battle against time. While the short training video was visually powerful, it also invited an inevitable comparison: Mike Tyson. Ahead of his return against Jake Paul, Tyson appeared in excellent physical shape, displaying flashes of his old speed and power during training. But when fight night arrived, age told the truth. The intensity seen in clips didn't carry into the ring, and the illusion quickly gave way to reality. Many now fear Pacquiao may follow a similar path. Though he moves with conviction in the footage, there are concerning signs. A noticeably low guard, reduced mobility, and early signs of fatigue. For a fighter of his caliber, these subtle cues are red flags, clear warnings that time might finally be catching up. Unlike tightly edited training clips, real fights demand sustained rhythm, sharp reflexes, and constant adaptation. Facing an active, hungry opponent like Mario Barrios is a world apart from looking sharp for 30 seconds in front of a punching bag. The concerns surrounding Pacquiao's comeback go beyond physical performance. Many have questioned the motivations behind his return at all. Still, amid the criticism, there's a wave of support. Some fans argue that power is the last thing to fade, and despite the odds, the Filipino legend might still have one more surprise left in him. This blend of skepticism and hope defines the general mood. No one knows exactly what to expect, but everyone will be watching. After all, Pacquiao has spent his entire career defying the impossible. From his early days as a flyweight to becoming a global boxing icon, his journey has been marked by one improbable triumph after another.
My legs is tight.
Yeah, we saw that you didn't use your legs as much, not as much footwork from you, and not as much head movement from you as well. Was it a matter of tightness? Was that the issue?
Yeah, my legs is so tight. That's why it's hard to move.
Do you think that's father time? 42 years old, still doing this, man, going the distance here against a yes, look at this. This crowd is so pumped to be here. They came to see you. What do you...
Unlike tightly edited training clips, real fights demand sustained rhythm, sharp reflexes, and constant adaptation. Facing an active, hungry opponent like Mario Barrios is a world apart from looking sharp for 30 seconds in front of a punching bag. The concerns surrounding Pacquiao's comeback go beyond physical performance. Many have questioned the motivations behind his return at all. Still, amid the criticism, there's a wave of support. Some fans argue that power is the last thing to fade, and despite the odds, the Filipino legend might still have one more surprise left in him. This blend of skepticism and hope defines the general mood. No one knows exactly what to expect, but everyone will be watching. After all, Pacquiao has spent his entire career defying the impossible. From his early days as a flyweight to becoming a global boxing icon, his journey has been marked by one improbable triumph after another.
Pacquiao, why? What do you think? You think Barrios?
But boxing rarely offers fairy tale endings. This time, the challenge facing Pacquiao is more than just winning a fight. It's about protecting a legacy. At 46, he is 17 years older than Mario Barrios, who is entering his athletic prime at 29. The age gap is stark, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Several voices within the boxing community have voiced concerns about Pacquiao's health and well-being heading into the bout, concerns that have only grown louder following the release of his recent training footage.
Or are you serious?
Pacquiao's like 50.
He's 46. But he's still Pacquiao.
Years off. No, he's not. I think Barrios.
You said Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao.
I think so.
Pacquiao's hands still appeared fast in the 30-second clip of him hitting the bag, but his footwork told a different story. Several fans noticed the decline, pointing it out in the comment section. One ex-user bluntly wrote, "Legs are gone." Another added, "Them legs ain't there, but that pop and quick twitch still is." A third observed, "He got tired. First time I've ever seen him fatigued hitting the bags. Bad sign, but good luck to him. Legend." The most somber comment read, "We are about to witness a live murder of Manny. Sad times in the boxing community." Others shared the sentiment, with one simply stating, "This is sad. Best days are behind him." Still, if Pacquiao somehow manages to defy the odds and defeat Barrios, he would make history once again, becoming the second oldest world champion of all time.
Manny Pacquiao will face Mario Barrios for the WBC 147-pound title this coming July 19th in Las Vegas. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old and has officially been retired for 4 years now. And as much as it sucks to admit it, obviously this is no longer the same Pacquiao, and it's been evident not only from his last professional fight against Ugas, but also based on his most recent exhibition fight. Now in theory, Pacquiao's power is still there, and I feel like it's always gonna be.
Pacquiao is on the verge of chasing history. Bernard Hopkins currently holds the record as the oldest world champion, having won a title at 49 years and 297 days old. However, Hopkins remained an active competitor well into his late 40s, fully committed to training until retiring at 51. Pacquiao's situation is quite different. Over the past 4 years, the Filipino legend has shifted his focus to politics, far removed from the relentless training that defined his prime. But now, he's stepping back into the ring. On Thursday, just hours after conceding defeat in his latest bid for a seat in the Philippine Senate, Pacquiao's team announced that he will come out of retirement to challenge Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title this July.
For the most part. However, without the speed and his reflexes, in which Pacquiao has heavily relied to pretty much all throughout his career, that said power is kinda useless if he can't really put that into execution. This move to have Pacquiao return for a championship fight after a 4-year layoff is also a slap to many WBC fighters in the rankings. Not to mention, shows that in boxing, rules will always be bent.
The former 8-division world champion was unsuccessful in his latest political bid, conceding the Senate race on Wednesday night. In the 2025 Philippine elections, Manny Pacquiao fell well outside the top 12 candidates needed to secure a seat, placing 18th overall with 10,184,499 votes as a representative of the Federal Party of the Philippines. This marks Pacquiao's second consecutive political defeat. The beloved icon from General Santos City had previously run for president in 2022, finishing a distant third. Yet, true to the spirit that defined his legendary boxing career, Pacquiao accepted the loss with humility, ever the gracious warrior in and out of the ring. The 46-year-old warhorse was accompanied by his wife Jinky, longtime assistant coach Boo Boy Fernandez, and personal aide David Sison, as he made his way through a crowd of supporters and into a black caravan at LAX. By Monday morning, Manny Pacquiao was already back in action, holding his traditional public workout at a park in LA's Fairfax district. Pacquiao is training under the watchful eye of Hall of Fame coach Freddy Roach, his longtime cornerman and partner in some of boxing's most iconic moments. "Viva Manny, back to training at Wildcard," said Pacquiao's advisor and promotional head, Sean Gibbons, to the ring. The reunion of Pacquiao and Roach is a nostalgic moment for fans, and it was fittingly recognized when the city of Los Angeles honored Roach by naming the corner outside the famed Wildcard gym as Freddy Roach Square, commemorating 30 years of the gym's legacy. In early June, Pacquiao will be officially inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Yet, his focus will quickly shift back to Mario Barrios, a 30-year-old fighter who wasn't even born when Pacquiao made his pro debut in 1995. Earlier this month, the World Boxing Council reinstated Pacquiao in its welterweight rankings at number 5. While Barrios has youth and momentum, many see him as a carefully selected, winnable opponent for the aging legend. After a long-anticipated bout with Pacquiao failed to materialize last year, Mario Barrios redirected his focus and fought Abel Ramos to a surprising split draw in November. When asked by reporters about the 16-year age gap and the risks of returning to the ring at this stage, Pacquiao simply smiled and said, "Don't worry about it." Hall of Fame trainer Freddy Roach acknowledged the challenge, telling the ring through publicist Fred Sternberg, "It's a tough road for anyone at this age to do what Manny is trying to do. But if anyone can do it, Manny can." Adding another layer of intrigue to the July card, Pacquiao also hinted that his son, Jimuel, will make his professional debut on the undercard. The event is also expected to include a highly anticipated rematch between WBC junior middleweight champion Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tissue.
We're here in Manila with the great legendary champion Manny Pacquiao, Sean Gibbons, and Manny is announcing the creation of the memorial for the 50th anniversary of Ali Frazier, the Thrill in Manila.
That was 50 years ago.
So next October 1st, 2025, many surprises to come. And we will fully support all your efforts.
It's going to be a big event.
He's 46 now, and even as his son, I love him. He's my dad. But of course, there's concern, Jimuel Pacquiao told reporters during Freddy Roach's Hollywood ceremony on Sunday. But I believe in him. He's shown us that he stays in shape year-round, so weight isn't going to be a problem. Fitness won't be a problem either. Manny Pacquiao's comeback campaign has been in the works for some time, but it became more evident last week when he officially conceded his Senate bid after placing 18th in the Philippine midterm elections. In a statement released in Filipino, Pacquiao said, "I may not have won in my run for the Senate, but I'm totally grateful for each vote, each prayer, and every bit of support. The fight continues. The service continues. For God, for the country, for every Filipino."
You're looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it. Manny, for a lot of people, you're the greatest fighter in history, the only champion in 45 decades. When you beat Barrios, what does that say?
Oh, it's a big thing for me.
And congratulations, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, June. How are you, madam?
The fervor surrounding Manny Pacquiao's return is building steadily, even as criticism over his comeback fight against Mario Barrios continues to circulate. As the boxing legend prepares for the July 19th showdown, the excitement hasn't faded. In fact, it may be growing. Much of that energy now centers on the presence of his son, Jimuel Pacquiao Jr., more popularly known as Jimuel, at Fight Camp. A video of the father-son duo training together at a local park has been gaining traction online, capturing the imagination of fans and fueling anticipation. It's been several days since Pacquiao arrived in the United States to begin his training. The former champion, still the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 weight divisions, had previously announced his retirement following a 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas. Now, with his son by his side and his legacy on the line, Pacquiao is gearing up for one final battle.
Roger Fernandez. Si Roger Fernandez.
While concerns about the 46-year-old icon's return continue to simmer, new training footage has sparked a glimmer of hope among fans. Perhaps Manny Pacquiao still has one last bit of magic left in him to defy the odds. Fight Hub TV recently shared a video showing Pacquiao and his team gathering at what appears to be Pan Pacific Park in Los Angeles. A minute into the clip, Jimuel Pacquiao can be seen shadowboxing on a basketball court, under the watchful eyes of his father and the training team. Then instinct took over. The father stepped in, not just as a coach, but as a legend. with the poise and presence that once dominated global boxing. He corrected his son's technique with precision, then effortlessly demonstrated his trademark speed drills. Jimuel watched closely, taking in every detail. It was a moment that blended legacy with lineage, offering fans a poignant glimpse of Pacquiao's enduring passion for the sport and for passing it on. On his YouTube channel, Jimuel Pacquiao describes himself as an aspiring boxer and, hopefully, a future singer. With an iconic figure like Manny Pacquiao as his father and a professional team offering around-the-clock support, Jimuel is in a prime position to develop and refine his skills. Though yet to make his professional debut, the Glendale resident has had a mixed run in the amateur ranks. After a string of early losses, he recently secured a victory over Patrick Reyes at the Las Vegas Spring Rumble last month. Still, what's captured fans' attention just as much as his performance is his dedication during training and the striking physical resemblance to his father. Videos of Jimuel working out have drawn a wave of supportive comments, many noting the familiar footwork, stance, and flashes of the Pacquiao trademark speed. The video clearly struck a chord with fans. One viewer commented, "Good videos. Manny and his son are looking good." While not all fighters involve family during training, a few do, and for many, the presence of a loved one nearby can serve as powerful motivation. For others, it was the striking physical resemblance that stood out. One fan remarked, "Look at the legs of Manny's son." Indeed, footwork was always a cornerstone of Pacquiao's legendary fighting style. His swift, dexterous movement, followed by sudden, explosive lunges, became a defining hallmark of the Pac-Man approach. To perfect this, Pacquiao famously focused on leg conditioning, building the strength and endurance required to maintain that relentless pace throughout his fights. Watching his son move in a similar way has reminded many fans of the prime days of Manny himself, and stirred hope that the legacy may continue in more ways than one.
Just give me your thoughts right now. Your dad was kind of trying to fix your shadow boxing. He was giving you some insight. What was he telling you?
He was just telling me, use my feet more, because like in boxing, everybody knows how to throw the same kind of punches, the jab.
Another fan pointed out a striking similarity in movement, commenting, "He moves just like him." That resemblance isn't surprising. Jimuel may be training under one of his father's longtime coaches. However, there are key differences. Unlike his southpaw father, Jimuel fights in an orthodox stance. Still, the admiration for his footwork, and especially his legs, continued. His son has strong legs like Manny, one fan noted, adding, "A lot of power comes from strong legs." Indeed, Manny Pacquiao's powerful calf muscles became one of his secret weapons during his career, allowing him to generate explosive power and overwhelm even larger, stronger opponents. Though his legs eventually became a source of trouble. Later in his career, in his prime, they were essential to his dominance in the ring.
But what sets a good fighter apart is his feet, so that's what he was telling me.
Yeah, so when he tells you something, does it register quickly? And do you feel that you're adding it to your game, or?
Oh yeah. Every time he gives me advice, I'm...
And another one, big leg muscles like his daddy, a fan wrote, echoing the sentiments of many who were struck by the similarities between father and son. Manny Pacquiao famously worked tirelessly to build his leg strength, incorporating intense plyometric exercises into his routine, footage of which remains widely shared and admired. As the video of Jimuel training continues to circulate, some fans are now speculating whether he might fight on the undercard of his father's comeback bout, a symbolic passing of the torch moment that would be sure to draw attention. What are your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's return to face Mario Barrios? Do you believe the legend has one more miracle left in him? And could Jimuel be the next Pacquiao to rise through the boxing ranks? Let us know your predictions and thoughts in the comments section below. That's all for now. For the very best. Updates on news, moments, events, and highlights from the world of boxing. Stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the action.